Somerset put the horrible disappointment of Saturday's T20 final defeat behind them to prove that they are the best one-day side in the land by hammering Lancashire by 115 runs in a Clydesdale Bank 40 match less than 48 hours after that incredible match against Hampshire. Marcus Trescothick won the toss and batted, and Craig Keyswetter was soon on the attack, launching Kyle Hogg over extra cover for a 6. Trescothick was not at his best. He was given 2 lives, this one of them, as he was put down at deep square. But it was his partner who was first out, driving Hogg on the up to Gareth Cross in the covers. He was gone for 12. It took Somerset until the 7th over to strike their first 4, as they appeared at this stage to be suffering from a hangover from the weekend. That was particularly true of their captain, who laboured for half an hour over 5 before he was out, a wicket which brought Xander de Brain to the crease. He'd made 25 when he was the 3rd man to be dismissed, with a total on 68 in the 16th over. He top-edged a sweep off Gary Keady, giving Luke Sutton a simple catch. Lesser teams might have folded, but not Somerset, who in James Hildreth have one of the stars of the season. He was not at his best last year in spite of that incredible start, but he's shown what an amazing talent he is this summer, and this innings was to prove that some more. He was superbly supported by Nick Compton, 12th man at the weekend, and now proving his own worth in the side by reaching his 50 of 59 balls. His partnership with Hildreth was timed perfectly, as by the time it was broken, they'd added 79 in 14 overs. It was a crucial stand in helping Somerset to their 8th straight win in this season's 40-over competition, a record no other side has matched in the country. Compton had made 59 when a typically audacious stroke brought about his downfall, giving Luke Proctor a wicket. Hildreth was still there though, and he completed his own half-century, made off 54 balls. Whatever the thoughts about Saturday, there was no doubt that Somerset showed the rest of the country that they have unearthed a young player of immense talents this season in Joss Buttler, who struck the first ball of the batting power play to the boundary. He followed that up with a straight 6, as Somerset pressed on the accelerator. Buttler rightly received some wonderful notices thanks to his match-winning innings in the T20 semi-final against Nottinghamshire, and he was showing the country on television that that was no fluke. Keyswetter's introduction to the England setup opened up his opportunity this summer, and he's grabbed it with both hands. His fantastic 50 came off only 29 balls in just 33 minutes at the crease. He struck 7 fours and that's 6. So good was he that he took the shine off another exemplary performance from Hildreth, a player who by now must be knocking loudly on England's door. His shot selection was outstanding, as he headed for a runner ball 72. Buttler finished things off with another 6 as he raced to 64 off 37 deliveries to take his side to a competitive 245 for 4 from their 40 overs. The hangover had disappeared. Somerset thought they had success with the ball first up, but this delivery from Alphonso Thomas was adjudged to have come off the hip rather than the bat. But they did soon taste success, as in his 3rd over, Thomas removed Tom Smith's middle stump. His opening spell of 3 overs went for just 3 runs. Stephen Croft followed in the next over, courtesy of a stupendous one-handed catch by Keyswetter off Ben Phillips. And when Carl Brown drove Phillips to Trescothick 5 balls later, Lancashire had slipped to 23 for 3 at the end of the 6th over. It was now a huge uphill struggle for the visitors, and although Paul Horton played a couple of neat shots to give his side a small chance, as he and Cross added 41 in 7.5 overs for the 4th wicket, it was a struggle Lancashire were unable to defeat. Horton was unlucky though. This sweep shot saw the ball run off his pad back onto his stumps as he went for 15, and that started to collapse. Cross went to the next over, bowled by Max Waller for 18. Before Murray Kartik ripped through the middle order. His quicker ball did for Proctor, who was leg before for 4. And Sutton was also LBW on the sweep. At 90 for 7, the game was all over, although Kyle Hogg at least tried to make it some sort of contest. But that was completely out of the question when Stephen Parry gave Kartik his 4th wicket, cutting a bouncing and turning ball to point. With the spinner taking 4 for 30 from his 8 overs, it was left to De Brain to finish the match off, first having Keady caught by Compton, and and then seeing Hog held by Trescothick for 22. Lancashire had been humbled for 130 as Somerset maintained their 100% record in this competition with something of a thrashing. It's not certain just yet, but it will now take something remarkable for Somerset not to have another day in the limelight with a semi-final place. Now their attentions return to the 4-day game and a hugely significant match in Colchester against Essex starting on Wednesday.